You don't see that every day, do you? If you guys want to see a definition of overgrazed, I did it yesterday. Golly, look at that. I just got super busy with other stuff going on, and they ended up sitting here for a day and a half instead of, one day. And boy, they hammered it down. This is not good. But luckily, I went out at the end of the night and I just put up lines. So all I got to do now is set up a couple of cross fences, and we're gonna move them. Think they're ready? Hey, sheep! Come on. See, the sheep are up there. They need to go around and head to the right, but I want to bring the cattle with me. Come on, big boy. He's so tame. I like him a lot. Come on. I need to put this back up. So I left this wide open. I'm just going to gently push them to where I need them on the far end. We're going to push them all the way to the far end. Come on, dude. And then tuck them way over the hill. And then we're going to start coming back this way. Come on. Come on, girl. You guys are so lazy. Just go to where I want you to go. I'm going to go get the sheep. They're the problem, really. Oh, there's a deer right there. Huh. That was what was tipping my line. Those deer don't know what to do with my cattle move. You don't see that every day, do you? All right, bye, deer. Let's push the sheep. Sheep are what we want to work on anyhow. Hey, let's go, let's go. Bob, Shep. Hang on. Well, mistakes were made. Typically in the past, they just trot down this little path. If I stay on the left side of them and hold them against the fence line, but because those deer, I got so distracted and they kind of split all over the place, and drove the dogs crazy. So now Ann's out getting the dogs back, and it's one of those things, right? An ounce of preparation or prevention. What is that? Is a pound better than a pound of worry? Or so now I need to kind of walk them in a very back and forth pattern, back kind of where I want to get them, and see if I can. I'm going to be my own herd dog today, I think. I saw Jordan down in Caledonia moving cattle with that sheepdog of his, and I have to admit I was pretty jealous. That was pretty spectacular. I like my guard dogs, but herding dogs they are not. And frankly, they're still puppies, and they took off after those deer like it was crazy. Come on, Buster Brown. Well, it's commuting time, so sorry about the background noise. But we finally got them where we wanted them to go. And I don't know what the fight was. Look how good this grass is. Oh yeah, they're gonna have plenty in here. So it's just, the cross fence is just over the top of that hill. They get all of this today, and we're just gonna tip it. Not overgraze it like I did yesterday. I felt kind of bad about that. So if you look, this is starting to finally grow through this hay. I laid it down maybe a little thicker than I ought to have, but I think the mulching will help just to give the grass a chance to get through it and start growing past it. But I am overall pretty pleased with it. In other places right here, you can see I just unrolled the one bale. It's already growing well through it. So I think everyone is pretty happy. We're going to close up the cross fence and do water, and I got to go collect those damn dogs. It was really neat and special to see those deer running right next to my sheep, but it drove my dogs crazy and caught them up at the house, so I got to get going. Well, everything's calmed down. I'm doing water right now, but thought I'd just kind of walk among everyone and see if they've all quieted down. I'm hoping as I continue down this road with really being mainly a shepherd instead of a grazer, like a herdsman, a cattle guy, whatever it is that cattle guys are called, that I make these mistakes less and less frequently. You know, I'm certain that I will continue to make them in some form or another, but you know, in my head I thought, you know, I didn't account for the unknown variables like those deer, my dogs running off, and how about the fact that I close grazed them too far, and so they were spreading out like locusts, desperate for a bite of grass this morning. So I guess that's the point of these video journals too, is so that I can look back and be like, oh yeah, let's not do that again. One thing I didn't talk about is I normally run this way in strips back and forth on this field, and I decided to run this way this year. I read a fascinating article I think it was this winter, about don't graze the same pattern every time and what that can actually do for your soil and your grass as far as longevity, soil health, compaction, and that sort of thing. So I am trying that this year, where we're going to graze east to west instead of north to south. If you ever wanted to know that it's spring, my toes are just soaked. I should have worn my rubber boots on this field, and this is my backup ram, and I think he's gone. He's not what I would call a magnificent beast. He's kind of skinny, so his genetics were kind of unknown to me, but I had him behind a Grey Judy ram, so I wasn't concerned. And I don't think he got to breed too much. But he's just not what I want. So we're going to be pulling a ram out of George's flock this year, and I'm going to keep a couple of home rams, and we'll see how that does us. Well, once my hair's not on fire, this sure is a peaceful morning with the sun in my face, and springtime is full of life. This is the time of year where we're about a week out from lambing, give or take. I'm just taking every little break I can in between my meetings at my job, to come out here and just look at them, particularly old Baggy McU-Bag over there. She's got to be ready to pop. She's pretty tame, so I felt her udder, and I was able to, and it's full of milk. It's pretty crazy. I hope she has like at least twins. Golly. So I was thinking about taking some of this excess hay, because I have a bit of a washout right here. I was thinking about taking some of that excess hay and just filling that in to see if we can start building that back up instead of letting it continue to wash out and wash out. But everyone looks really good. I'm pretty pleased. Everyone's kind of just relaxing, except for the cattle sure are eating quite a bit. I think I pushed them a little too hard yesterday. It's just one of those things where you make a mistake like that, you really burn it in so you don't duplicate it. You don't do the same thing again. And I'm just looking for anybody straining and pushing like they might be going into labor, but I don't think we're there yet. But it's a beautiful day. Look at this. This is why you live in Minnesota. That's why you deal with that nonsense that we deal with in the winter. It's 60, dry, sunny. Life is good.